This is a stone that was sent to me to try. It is a supposedly it is from the Nakayama mine, and it is a Kiita Nashiji, which is yellow pear, and this is supposedly a 3.5 to 4 level hardness stone, but one that provides a fine finish. And this stone was sent to me to try by a YouTube person called Bebit, who occasionally watches my channel. And more importantly, he is easyhone on eBay, and he sells stones there. So this one was sent to me to try just to see what I thought of it. And I can tell you that I love the feel of the surface, love the color of the surface, but that's actually not what these stones are for. So we're going to be trying that out. The razor I'm going to be using on this stone, here, let me put that in frame. The razor I'm going to be using just arrived yesterday. This is from Koraat. It is a razor that was made for our Reddit group. On Reddit, those are called subreddits. And our subreddit is called r/wetshaving. And there were 50 of these made. 50 people actually bought them, and a lot of those people have them delivered, especially on the European continent. And you can see that the part of this is Ulrich's 14 shape, but the finish is the finish that he uses on his piggy bank razor. So it's actually quite a cool finish. It's basically unfinished on the tang and the spine, the top of the spine. Here, let me try to rotate that through. And then there's a matte finish. There we go. You can see the matte finish on the blade. And we had a special stamp made. So in addition to the Koraat stamp, there's the stamp of the Reddit Stew with lather on its face, which is what we use in the Wetshaving subreddit as our symbol. Everybody got the same razor who ordered one. And as I said, this just came in. So I'm going to hone it directly. That is because I want to hone it. It is not a reflection of Ulrich's honing ability. I have 3 other Koraat razors, and I used his edge on all 3 for quite a while before I honed them. So there's nothing wrong with Ulrich's edge. I just want to. I have this stone that I want to try, and I want to use this razor since I just received it. So it seemed kind of natural to marry the two and do a video of using this and then shaving with this. So let's get to the stones. Okay, so somehow the recording stopped. I don't know where it stopped. I am at the Tenju stage. In fact, I've just finished up with the Tenju. You can see the remainder of the slurry here. And I was about to test, and I just realized, I looked down and realized that I wasn't recording. So I don't know how much of this you've missed, but I'm going to continue on, and we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, we're about to test off the Tenju stage here. That's very nice in terms of sharpness. We're we're already in the, well, we're not really in the complete, we're in the, in most of the blade, we're at the push into the cloud territory. I'm going to raise a little bit more tenju and work on the heel. Oops, that's Botan. So why would it not be even, given that this came from Ulrich Sharp? Again, that's related to him using tape on the edge and me not. So I'm certain his edge was clean from heel to toe. What this is telling me, in that I have a little less keenness at the heel. What this is telling me is that I need to pay attention to the heel, because I'm changing the angle here. Since I'm not using tape, so I'm basically re-establishing an edge here, and that's why I'm sensing variation across the edge. Is effectively this is my edge and my angle. So I need to get it right. And of course, this is earth-shatteringly important. So if I don't get it right, the whole world ends. Okay, I'm going to try the less is more approach here. All right. By less is more, I was making a reference to less pressure. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Didn't take much. These are these are small changes. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to go to Mahiro. Or Majiro, I'm not sure which it is. A reason that I prefer longer stones is partly because my turn rate is very slow, but also what I'm doing here textures the surface of the stone, and I like a longer run, so that the spine of the razor and the edge of the razor can round over the texture that I'm creating here on the surface. That's, I think, especially important as I get, now I'm into the finer slurries. Okay. I have a nice watery, this is a pretty watery slurry. I can really feel the blade on the flatness of the stone. I definitely enjoy the feel. The stone is wanting to, on a very, very, I can feel a little sticking happening, is what I'm trying to say. Which is telling me that I'm making pretty good progress here. I didn't expect that for this. And it's not the kind of sticking that makes me concerned. It's a very good indication. I've got in that direction too. That's very nice. Hopefully, I just heard something bleep. I get notifications. I didn't turn them off. I'm using my phone camera, obviously. Well, not obviously. I'm using my phone camera, and I want to make sure that whatever happens doesn't knock off the recording again. All right. Very cool stone. I like this. That's very smooth feel right there when I really lighten up pressure. It's just silky, silky smooth. I'm really looking forward to shaving with this edge. Okay. This will be an afternoon shave. When I get to the whole shaving aspect of this, hang on, let's do this. Yes, that has improved. It's still a little. Let me move to a fresh spot here. No, not bad. It's slightly more thick at the heel right here, but it is really, really close. And I'm very particular about this stage, if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know. OCD reigns supreme here. This is the Nakayama Tomo on what we suspect is a Nakayama, is a stone from Nakayama. I got to tell you, I don't care where this stone is from. It's a joy to use. I'm really enjoying this stone. When I have paid a lot of money for Japanese natural stones that have a pedigree. You know, they have the stamps on them, and the what they are. Now stamps can be obviously stamps can be faked. And so then the next thing that you do is you pay more money to make sure you're buying from a reputable source. None of that really matters. The stone itself could still be bad. So if you have an opportunity like this one, and I truly appreciate this from Bibit, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing. I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your name properly, but this is the kind of thing you'd love to be able to do with a natural stone, is give it a try. I know he has others of these for sale, and if you're okay with the size of the stone, and it performs like this one, I mean, I would be definitely interested in this stone if it were larger. This is an easy, I'm doing this on my normal setup because this is where I have 15 years of habit established, you know, using this height and so on, and using both hands. But this is a perfect stone to pick up and one hand, hold in hand. There we go. So now I've rounded over. Yeah, the field just changed tremendously. And that's because I overcame the new texturing of the surface that I did when I raised this slurry. All right, let's see. Let's finish this thing on water. Do a quick check here. Oh yeah, that's we're in push into the cloud. Oh, sorry, I was out of frame. We're push into the cloud for sure. I am barely pushing, and it's just falling in. So let's do some finished strokes on water to see how this feels on water, plain water. And then this is another long one. Apologies. Play them at triple speed. Very little of what I have to say is useful. Okay, let's try this bad boy on plain water. I'm going very slowly. And I'm a little surprised that I'm not getting any, there we go. But I'm not getting any, I can feel the stone just pulling the edge in. And so I'm going very lightly. I'm not getting any undercut or flow of water over the edge. It may be that I'm literally just pushing, that there's a thin film of water and I'm just pushing it ahead of the edge. But I can feel that the edge is really, really pulling into the stone. And I'm going to use that. I'm just going to use the abrasive nature of that. I'm not going to let it disrupt the edge, which is why I'm moving so slowly. The faster I move, the more this stone is going to want to, the more this effect of the edge stopping, that'll be more the faster I move. So I'm moving slowly, very changing pressure on the edge so that I can keep it moving. All right, let's see how we did. Beautiful. Absolutely silent, 0, I mean, you can see I'm basically just letting the weight of the razor fall into the packing peanut. All right, so let's strop this bad boy, take a microscope video, and I will be back. Okay, everything came out just fine. I'm gonna go show you microscope video clips of the heel, followed by the center of the blade of the edge, and then followed by the toe of the edge. As you'll see, the edge condition is very consistent. That's a requirement of mine. If it's not consistent, then I come back to the stones, but I don't think I've shown you this in video before. So this is how the edge came out in all 3 of those sections. I did 25 laps on the fire hose linen, and then I did 50 laps on this leather, steer hide leather, and that's it. So the next thing to do is to go and shave test this, and I'll be doing that later today, after watching Formula 1, of course. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.